Hello everyone, and welcome to another Sleepscape. I'm your hostess, Erin, and tonight I will be taking you on a journey to a beautiful, mystic perfumery. For now, go ahead and find yourself a comfortable space that you can get comfortable and lay down. And as we journey to this mystical place, you will fall asleep soundly and peacefully. We're going to start off by having you relax from the top of your shoulders and neck. Feel your eyes becoming heavy and relaxed. Now this gentle sleepiness is moving down across your shoulders, down your arms, down your torso, down your legs, through your knees, to the lower half of your legs, and now your ankles, and now your feet. Everything feels nice, relaxed, and heavy, and you're sinking farther down into the soft area you will be going to sleep tonight in. And you pull the blankets up and you notice how soft they feel, and you notice how soft the pillow is. Everything is perfect. Everything is safe. And you are ready to now go on a beautiful stroll on a rainy day to a beautiful perfumery that is also known to be quite magical. So if you're ready, follow me and the sound of my voice on our journey. It's very, very rainy out. You notice as you're walking with your umbrella how the wind is just picking a lot of leaves up and gently blowing them around you and your umbrella as you walk on your way to the mystical perfumery shop. Your jacket is nice and soft and warm around you, and your umbrella is keeping you nice and dry. It feels so crisp and cool out, not too cold, but just enough where you cannot wait to go inside this amazing place you have heard of and you've never been. As you walk towards the mystical perfume shop, you think about all the neat things you've heard about this place. And people say that once you meet the head perfumer in there, who is quite an interesting lady, that you will never be the same. Something changes. Something curious happens, and you're not quite sure what to expect. But you know that all good things come out of this place, so why not? It couldn't hurt to try. So you're keeping on walking down the slip sidewalk in your beautiful rain boots and your warm coat carrying your umbrella. And all of a sudden, you come around the corner and notice the street sign. 333 Hidden Avenue. Ah, you think, this must be the place. Hidden Avenue. You kind of silently chuckle a little because the street really does almost appear to be hidden if you were not having a keen awareness of where you were going. It is surrounded by beautiful, flowering plants hanging from the light post. Even in this chilly weather, the flowers just seem to grow brighter and glow in the rain. Ah, you think this is quite a beautiful little street. And you wondered why you'd never seen it before. Hence the name Hidden Avenue. You turn down the street, which is actually a dead end. It's flanked by trees and overgrown vines at the end, covering a small, short stone wall, just high enough to sit and have a nice lunch on, or wildlife to sit there and gaze and just scamper around peacefully. You immediately like this place already, and you haven't even stepped 1 foot inside the shop. You walk slowly down the sidewalk because you were looking for door number 333. You walk a little slower. There's not many shops on this street. It actually looks like maybe there's people who live in this building as well. The doors are very small and set in quite deep, with curious locks and doorknobs. And you think to yourself, I wonder what kind of keys go in these doors. These locks and knobs all look very different, yet beautiful and artisanally made. Some doorknobs look like crystal balls, and some doorknobs look like actual hands you could turn, and they're made of bronze and beautiful. 331. Ah, 333. This must be the place. You think to yourself. Already you can tell this is going to be an amazing place. The door is beautiful wood that you had never seen. And the door itself is almost made up of entirely of stained glass, hand cut into the most intricate mosaic you'd ever seen in your life. You couldn't believe your eyes. It was so beautifully made. And the scenery on it looked like something out of a fairy tale. Lots of deep, rich gold and purple. And it was a scene of some kind of time where it looks familiar to you, but you can't quite place what the scenery, where it would be. It has different types of magical creatures and a beautiful little saw-thatched roof on this hut. The artisan and craftsmanship of this door is just something that just is breathtaking. You've never seen anything like this before. It makes you more excited and curious to want to go into this place even more. A warm glow is pouring out of the windows. You can't really see inside because even the storefront window is a beautiful mosaic of stained glass. Whoever made this must have been some kind of a glass-working genius, you think to yourself. This is so beautiful. I can't wait to go in. So your hand goes to turn the knob, which looks like a smooth, round sphere of quartz crystal. And you walk in, and without hesitation, all your senses pick up on this magical perfume shop. The wood floor underneath softly but gently creaks. This is quite an old building, you think, but it is so beautifully done. A smiling, tall woman comes from around the corner, greeting you warmly. "Hello," she says. "My name is Alexandra. Welcome to my shop. What brings you in today?" You can't help but notice how beautiful and elegant Alexandra appears to be. She wears a long, flowing, but stylish dress, black, with accented, beautiful jewelry that just gently seems to almost chime as she walks. Her hair is long and flowing, and her eyes are a glowing, warm amber color. Just beautiful, but yet sincere and kind, and you feel her warm presence come up to greet you. You explain that you've never been here, but you've heard so many wonderful, beautiful things about her shop. And you're not very familiar with perfume, but you want to find something that's very special, just for you. "Ah," she says, "just what I love to hear. I'm in the business of making things that are very special for my customers. Come this way, won't you?" You follow Alexandra over to a table, a beautiful hand-hewn wooden table, intricately carved, and it looks like the sides and around the base of the table looks to be what are goddesses or some kind of mythical maiden from some kind of archaeological period. This table is spectacular, you think to yourself. Oh my gosh, you're so excited to be here, but you make sure you keep calm. Just really take it all in. There's so many beautiful bottles sitting on this table. Many of them are black or amber colored, and you can't quite see what is in them. Each are covered with their own special glass dome with a tiny little crystal handle at the top. She lifts up the dome and gently wafts it under your nose, gently back and forth, not too close, but close enough where you can sense the aroma that this glass dome has encaptured in the bottle of the most decadent, amazing potion you have ever smelled in your life. She wafts it under your nose, and as you close your eyes and inhale, it's almost like you were smelling memories or places that you may have not been but have seen pictures of. And your mind just goes to an incredible place. And you can't quite picture where you've smelled that smell, but it is amazing and aromatic and woodsy but fragrant. It was fresh and yet deep and earthy. And you just stand for a moment enraptured in the smell. What is this? Ah, Alexandra exclaims. This is something I just made this morning. When I saw you, I thought, I bet she would like to try this. Would you like to try some? You can have it either on a card, a little piece of paper, or I can apply it to your wrist directly. And you think for a moment, I think I would like to try this on a slip of paper first, just so I can try different aromas. Ah, yes, Alexandra exclaimed, that won't be a problem at all. She takes out a tiny paper strip out of one of the vials on the table, gently dips it down into the bottle, and slowly waves it in the air and then hands it to you. You take the paper in your hand and again you close your eyes and inhale this magical, rich smell. You notice that it's not just a smell, but it actually is making you think of things that you've never thought before, like a waking dream or a beautiful story that is true to life and so captivating you feel like you're in it. It almost startles you for a moment because you just have never experienced anything like this before. And you're seeing images in your mind that are transporting you to places familiar yet magical and unseen. You open your eyes and smile and look at her and say, "This is beautiful. What is in this?" Alejandra smiles with a sweet glow and twinkle in her eye and replies, "My dear, this has been a long secret recipe in my family for practically centuries, with a few tweaks." She smiles, and a hint of mischievous yet kind glimmer flickers in her eyes. Keep looking around on the table. Everything looks so beautiful, you just don't even know where to go next. You pick up a glass bottle with a beautiful shape to it, smooth and cold, but yet warm at the same time in your hand. You lift the cap and smell the most aromatic, beautiful aromas that you have ever witnessed. You wonder how something so intricate can be bottled in such a tiny vessel, yet carry so much feeling and emotion and warmth. You smell petals of flowers that may have come across long voyages, spices used by civilizations you only could dream of, earthy, woody, soft earth that reminds you of days of long walks in a shaded forest. You spray the fragrance on the paper and then hold it up to your nose, each note wafting around you like a soft blanket of the most aromatic magic you have ever seen, felt, and smelled. You You continue to do this for a while, just lost in the beautiful process of all these elixirs of joy and warmth. You decide on actually two. You're going to just pick one, but you like them both and you can't quite seem to decide which one is suiting you right now. So you put them in a beautiful woven basket that the store has for shoppers. You place them in the basket and you continue to walk around the shop to explore and experience different bottles, aromas, and other tchotchkes and trinkets you've noticed as you've been kind of glancing, as you sample. The shop isn't just perfume. It also has distinguishing notes of tea, which you find in a corner, a beautiful tea station. Different see-through glass jars of beautiful petals, dark teas, dried leaves of fragrant herbs and spices all entice you. You set your basket down and take a glass and a saucer. You open up the jar, scoop out about 2 servings of what looks to be like a floral and spice. You cup up to your mouth and take a sip. And inhale as you drink down your warm tea. It's the perfect temperature. It's not too hot. It's not room temperature. It's just perfect. And as you drink this tea, the tea reminds you of the perfumes in the shop. They're just more delicious and tasting of the deliciousness that teas that have been grown on lands. How magical and how wonderful it would be to go there as you think and drink your tea. Continue to walk around the shop. You notice a different looking cabinet. Looks as if it has a key in it. You go over, and there's no glass, no way to see in it. Yet there's an ornate key. It's still sitting in the lock with a beautiful plume red tassel hanging from the end of it. Curiosity is just getting to you. You wish you knew what was in that cabinet. You dare not open it. The cabinet itself, though, however, is just beautifully carved. You can tell it has been carved by hand. It's of the most exquisite ebony-colored wood you've ever seen. It's smooth, and the grains of wood are lacquered perfectly. And it shines in its beauty in the corner of this beautiful, remarkable store. You hear footsteps behind you, and you know it's Alexandra coming up. Ah, I see you found my very special cabinet for customers. You can kind of have a inquisitive and a little bit confused look on your face. I wonder what she means by that, you wonder. Alejandra lifts a graceful hand up, turns the key, and the door starts to open. At first, the cabinet is almost so dark you can't even tell if there's even anything in it. She goes over to the side and kind of twists a little dial behind it. A warm light starts to glow inside, and there sits 3 small bottles. Beautiful and intricate and ornate, just as all the other bottles are in the store. But yet, you know there's something very different. and very special about these bottles. I wonder what could be in these, you wonder. Why are they so small? And I wonder, where did she find something like this? The bottles almost look as if there is crushed diamond dust in them. They just ooze royalty and regalness. They all three sit on a very plush red cushion made of velvet with gold piping. These must be very special indeed, you think. I wonder if I should even ask to try these. I'm sure these are of the utmost cost that I could even imagine only paying for them. Alejandra turns around and starts to explain what these bottles are. My dear, these are of the most incredible and definitely unobtainable fragrances you have ever smelled. And you ask her, well, why are these so special? What makes the ingredients in these even more special than what you already have? She smiles again slyly and says, well, my dear, because where I get these ingredients isn't just for your average person that wants a new perfume for the weekend. These perfumes are for a select few. When I find the person that I think this would help, I bring this to this cabinet. There, they can tell me which one they would like. You look at her in an inquisitive manner and think, what is this woman talking about? This isn't something like any perfume salesperson would ever say. But you're curious and you want her to go on. Alexandra replies, you can see how much sparkle is in these bottles. Each of these bottles contain precious gold, minerals, and rubies and diamonds, and other exquisite gemstones. You think, well, I might as well have her close this closet now because there's no way I can afford something made out of diamonds and emeralds. And she goes on to say, well, I know you're probably thinking, this is too expensive for me. However, when I find the right person, I show them this cabinet because what holds inside is priceless. There's no amount of money you could give me that could pay for the cost of the value of this fragrance. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I feel you are very, very special indeed. I feel you have gifts that you have been given, and yet you are not utilizing them. These perfumes here will actually bring out your hidden gifts and make you be able to live a life you could never imagine. At first you think, okay, this is getting a little hokey. I'm not even sure if I should just stand here and entertain the story. But a big part of you inside says, no, stay. This is something big for us. We've been waiting for a very long time. You explain to Alexandra that the cost you just don't know. And is she sure she wants to give this? Why, my dear, exclaimed Alexandra, of course I want to give this to you. It is my gift. If I didn't give this gift, and it is the gift of sight into your inner world. This is something that is a gift that is given, not with monetary funds, but with the heart. And I feel like you have something very big inside. I know this sounds strange, Give it a try. Also, you see there's 3 different colors here. There's a purple one, there's a red one, and there's a blue one. What color speaks to you? You look at all 3 bottles, and they're all beautiful. It's so hard to decide. Yet something about that purple bottle, it just seems to glow just a little bit brighter. So you say, I think I'll take the purple one. Ah, good choice. Good choice. She picks it out and gingerly cradles it as if it was a small, tiny glass fairy. She takes it over the counter, opens up another cabinet, takes out a beautiful black felt-lined box made with the same ebony wood that the cabinet itself was made from. She puts the vial in the box, gingerly shuts the lid, and then closes it with a beautiful brass little latch that resembles an actual key. She slides the key through the little gold chain and the box locks. Out she pulls a beautiful shopping bag, places that in there, and asks you if you would like anything else. You feel so just overwhelmed and just so many different feelings. Wow, this is amazing, you think. You look down at your little basket and you still have the 2 perfumes. And you look at her and say, you know what? I am going to treat myself. This is a special trip for me today. I want to go ahead and purchase both. Alexandra smiles. Of course, dear. She takes the bottles out of your hand, rings them up, and places them also in their own box and into your beautiful shopping bag. Alexandra said, thank you so much for coming in today. I think you will find that these perfumes will enhance you in so many ways. I hope you enjoy them, and I know you will come back to see me. And with that, Alexandra turns on her heels and walks out the room with her small, beautiful cat walking silently behind her. You pick up your bag off the counter and head back to the door, giving one more look behind you all the way around the room, taking in everything from the lights to the wood paneling, to the beautiful shelves, to the beautiful floor made of solid woods. You give yourself one more beautiful inhale. Store, just to put it in your mind's eye one more time before you leave. You clutch your bag close because it is still raining outside. And now you're headed back home. The rain has lightened up, but the thunder still rolls ahead. But you feel like something has changed, something magical, and you know that inside this bag is something very, very special, and you cannot wait to go home and find out what it holds for you.